Hey everybody, welcome back. This is another lab walkthrough video, and this lab walkthrough video is for the gas laws. So not only does this video walk you through what to expect in the lab, if you missed the lab and need any more information on any of the stations, this video has you covered. So the objective of this lab is to perform demonstrations and observe and analyze the relationships between pressure and volume, pressure and temperature, and volume and temperature. So like always, you have a section of useful background information that can come in handy when working on this lab. It talks about the different properties that we'll be looking at, descriptions of them, and the units that you will see. So station 1 is called heating and chilling, and this station talks about the relationship between volume of air and temperature. So what you're going to start off is put on your hot plate, get that hot water ready to go. You'll take our syringe, put it in the cold water, and take the thermometer, turn it on, make sure it is in Celsius. This is Fahrenheit. If it is Fahrenheit, just click it to change to Celsius. Measure the temperature of the cold water. So right now our water is about, give it a second to cool down. Okay, so right now our temperature is about 5.3 degrees Celsius, and the volume of the air in our tube is about 5 milliliters. So once you have that data recorded, you're going to take this, put it into the hot water for about 30 seconds. Let it see some things. You can see the plunger rising, making there be more volume in the syringe. So once it stops moving, take your thermometer again, record the temperature. So now this is increasing very, very quickly. They're about 100 degrees Celsius, and our volume is now about 8.5 milliliters. Actually, it's about 9 milliliters. So with our increase in temperature, what happened to our volume? You can even see it go back down when you put it back in the cold water to further demonstrate this relationship. So once you've done your experiment, you can write down your observations. Take note of variables that changed, variables that remain constant, and then the type of relationship that you have. Then you have a question based on all of your observations and your knowledge of that gas law. The next station is station 2, and it demonstrates the relationship between temperature and pressure. So once you're at this station, you're going to take a field trip to the refrigerator, open it on up, and grab one of these glass bottles. Once you have this glass bottle, you're going to go back to your station and put it inside of your ice water, upside down for about 30 seconds. We're cooling the air inside of the bottle because then we're going to manipulate it and warm it up and see what happens. So you'll notice a little bit of cold water inside the bottle. That just helps cool down the air a little bit faster. So once it has been in there for a few seconds, you will grab the quarter from the little cup, and when you have the quarter in your hand and you are ready to go, you'll take the bottle, put it upside down, and put the quarter right on top, sealing it. Now what you're going to do is hold the bottle, warm up the air inside, and you'll be able to watch and see what happens. So as the temperature increases, the pressure inside of the bottle also increases, and with increased pressure, it causes the quarter to move up and make these little interesting noises. And that is your temperature and pressure relationship demo. And once you've done that demo and you've written down all of your observations, again, variables that change, that remain constant, your relationship, and a question based on that demonstration. Our last one is station 3, magical marshmallows. So welcome to station 3. Station 3 is called the magical marshmallows, and this station demonstrates the relationship between pressure and volume. So at each station, you'll see a syringe full of 2 marshmallows and about 25 milliliters of air. So what you're going to do is pull up on the plunger, releasing the pressure and increasing the volume. Look what happened to the marshmallows when you do that. And then when you push the plunger back down, increasing pressure and decreasing the volume, look what happened to the marshmallows there. So you can play with it and see what happens to the marshmallows as you increase and decrease the pressure inside of the syringe. If your marshmallows look a little bit dried out or deflated, you can get some from your lab teacher to change the marshmallows. Just pop off the cap, take this out, dump it out, and then put the syringe back in, about 25 milliliters, putting the cap back on, and you can go back to playing with your marshmallows. And once you've done that, and you've recorded your observations and took note of what changed, what remained constant, and that relationship, you can then be able to answer the last question. That is the gas law lab. Have fun.